Hello and welcome to the Battle Square. Today I've got with me Aldershot Regional First Place winner, Jamie Faulkner. Jamie's already got a place at Nationals because of qualifying for Euros last year, so your place went down to the next qualifying person. But yeah, congratulations, Jamie. Well, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
Cool. Yeah, we'll just have a quick chat about your deck. Obviously, yeah, you threw it together beforehand. So it's you don't know exactly. There wasn't a method behind it, was there? Not like when you're usually playing a deck and you test it beforehand and go through loads of little tweaks.
Yeah, it was kind of normally I would thoroughly test the deck and like go through all the matchups and stuff, but this time I played maybe 3 or 4 games with Toby,
Yeah.
but all the games we played were Mono Earth versus Mono Earth, just to test Cam. I played Cam, he didn't, and we were just seeing if it was a good card.
Right. So
that was
you were playing Cam and he didn't.
Yeah, and I was playing Cam and Psychon Warden, and he was playing a bunch of 2-drop Brave guys, and we were just seeing all of those cards were. It was a good way to test it.
Yeah.
And I kind of crushed him like 4 games in a row.
Wow.
And it was entirely because Cam and Zodiac were just powerful.
Yeah, I've tested a couple of decks with Cam recently. Not just because of you. I'll have you know. But yeah, it's such a good card. It's a good card. It's a good add-in for.
Your sound's gone a bit funny. It only just went there in the last few sentences he said.
Right. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I lost a bit of sound there. My microphone switched itself off for some reason. But I think Cam's such a good add-in for any deck. It's such a good card. But yeah,
especially Earth decks. That was the main sort of source of my testing in Turkey, was just to see if I could find an Earth deck that abused Cam the best.
Yeah, I've gone onto your deck list on FF Decks now. Obviously you can't see it, but let's go over. I'll go over what you've got in there, just so you can remember as well. 2-drop Preesh. Yeah, 2-drop Preesh, the hero. Ingus, the Opus 5 Ingus, 3-drop. 3 of them. Psychon Warden, 3 of. Dad Luma, 2 of. Gabranth, 1 of. Guy, 1 of. Rauban the Forward, 3 of. Wall, 3 of. Cecil, 2 of. That's the 5-drop forward. Camlanaut, is that the right way to say it? Camlanaut?
I just say Cam. Don't
Yeah,
bother.
yeah, Cam. And the 6-drop Preesh. Summons Cockatrice, 2 of. Hecaton Chair, 2-drop, 3 of. Thomas, 2 of. And Zodiac, 1 of. Black Mage, choose 1 forward, it cannot become dull, 1 of. Chaos, obviously. Doga, Mog Mobius, 1 of. Monk, 3 of. Pelennor, 2 of. Tama, 1 of. 3 of Enacross, or Crow as people say. Mamodi, 1. Minor, 1. Star Sybil, 2. And Shantoto, 1. Let's go over your forwards first off. Obviously, we've spoken a little bit about Cam, but what was your thinking behind like the one-offs, Gabranth and Guy? Why would you go for a one-of Guy? Surely that's the sort of card you want 2 of.
So I mean, it's not going to be a good answer. I had 22 forwards, and I had like 2 more sleeves left. So
So it was just a case of, yeah, chuck a couple
uh,
of forwards out.
I wanted like Guy was just fine. I knew I'd play against mono ice at some point, so it's nice to have a one of. It's also like because people when you're a known player, people scout what you're playing. So if at some point I'm playing a Guy and a mono ice player comes and sees that, then they're going to be afraid of the Guy the whole game.
Yeah.
They don't know how many guys I'm necessarily playing.
Yeah, true.
So he wasn't great. I don't even know if I played him.
That's you've got other answers to ice anyway, cause with like Dadaluma, Rauburn.
So the ice matchup in the final was just kill him before he could do anything, and that seemed to work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, just literally, I wanted to put him in there to see if he was worth playing.
Yeah.
And he was okay. I mean, he destroyed you in the final round of Swiss. That was quite funny.
Yeah. I can't really remember our game, if I'm honest. I was sort of ahead at first, and then
You got me to 6.
Yeah, and then yeah, I think
Played
if
the Granton Zodiac and you died.
yeah, it was just like, oh, great, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I
killed 5 forwards.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Allure was messing you right up. I think it was.
I misplayed really badly early. Let you killed something and played the Allure or Hildebrand or whatever.
Yeah, Hildebrand.
And I just took a beating.
Yeah, but that's what Lightning's supposed to do, isn't it? Just try and
you wouldn't have been able to do it if I hadn't played a 5k for no reason.
This is true. Yeah, it was that Psychon Warden, wasn't it? That was the other thing I wanted to bring up.
I had backups in hand, but I just
yeah. I to be honest, I thought you were just trying to be aggressive because you knew I was going to be.
To be honest, I thought you were just gonna like not try very hard because you were locked out of top 8 anyway.
That was some.
I didn't expect a very hard game from you.
I was top of the 2 threes at the end, so if I'd beaten you, I would have got through to top 8.
Maybe.
Yeah. You should have gone easy on me. No. But yeah, Psychon Warden. Do you find that? Well, did you find that very useful?
He was really good. It's like Flan 2.0, and I felt like I was pretty good at playing Flan. Like I see people now, they're sort of trying to copy Toby's list.
Yeah.
And they play Flan, but the way they play it, it's
wrong.
Yeah, they kind of just like they don't combo with it, and they kind of sometimes just play it and make them discard a card.
Right.
And it's a combo card. You need to save up resources and then go for a big blowout with it, and that's the same with Psychon Warden.
Right. Okay.
3 situations you get with Psychon Warden. You either draw like 2 of them early game.
Yeah.
Stop them when you see them. It's not, or you just play it as a body that blocks, a bit like a Viking or something.
Yeah.
Or you get them kind of like after like you play 3 backups. In which case it's great because you can just like play 1 a turn for a while.
Yeah.
And you're just gaining resources and putting a forward down. Doesn't matter that the forward isn't very powerful. It will eventually be powerful.
Yeah.
And there's you're in the mid game and you have 5 backups and you draw it. It's the best top deck in the game. Literally no other top deck is better.
Yeah.
And you discard 2 cards and you play out 3 10Ks.
That's crazy. That's crazy good. That's crazy good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as bad as Flan to draw them early, because with Flan you literally cannot do anything with it until you have a lot of backups.
Right.
You just have a mana spare every turn or something.
Yeah.
Flan kind of feels bad, but Psychon Warden is.
It gives you more of an advantage. Yeah, it gives you more of an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All part of your deck, like Flan was.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think there's much else that shouldn't be in there. Not shouldn't be in there, but that people would be surprised about forwards wise. In an Earth deck, you see quite a lot of Prish. You can see quite a lot of Cecil and Wall.
I think it's mainly the numbers that I played. Like I played 2 Cecil and 4 Prish.
Yeah.
Whereas most people would play 3 Cecil and 6 Prish.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree. Like most people probably wouldn't have thought of Psychon Warden being as good as you found it anyway.
I'm actually really gutted because there was a deck in Japan that came second playing Psychon Warden recently. Yeah. But I've been playing Psychon Warden since literally Opus 5 came out. It's like a sick card, and I'm gutted I wasn't the one that got to debut it.
Yeah, I was looking at another. Wasn't it the first place in Japan at Kobe, they were using WRO members, I think.
That was it was the second place list that played Psycom and WRO.
Oh, was it the second place? Right, okay.
It was a really aggressive list. I liked it.
Yeah, it's good to be aggressive with Earth because it puts you right ahead. Let's look at your summons.
I was being aggressive the whole game.
Yeah, but
the whole tournament.
That's just the way that you play, though, isn't it? Really.
The way that UK players play a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Mainly that, like a lot of the Dark Sphere players, a lot of you are just so quick, and so fast. Some people lose track. Like I heard Robert Phillips say, because he had to play on stream. He was like, "Oh, I've got to slow down now." it's just like you'll just know exactly what you're gonna do, and you can preempt other players. Watching Josh and Robert play is just like overwhelming at times because they just get a bit too quick and you're like lost. But it's always fun. Let's go over your summons. Cockatrice, that's a given, really. It's such a good card.
Really good. It was like always. It was nice to always have it. I never wanted to have more than one in my hand, but it was always nice when I did have one.
Yeah.
Get to 3.
Yeah.
But then I feel like it might be too much.
Yeah, I mean, two's quite a good number for. It's only a 1-drop, but it's EX as well. So.
Yeah, sometimes it stops the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's as an EX, I don't see. It's got better battle trick potential being in your hand rather than EX. I would say.
Bursts do. The best EX bursts are the ones that are good to play from hand.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. A Hecaton Char, the 2-drop. What did you use that for? What was your because I've seen a lot of people using Hecaton Chair with Shantotto, the 6-drop, to clear a field, basically, your opponent's field, and keep Shantotto on their side. So how are you using Hecaton? Obviously, it's a useful card. It's going to break. It's going to do a lot of damage. So how are you using it?
Especially the ones that get played a lot, like Psycho Warden, Dadaluma, and Wall, and Cam. They're all really big, so they're gonna be able to just kill something most of the time.
Yeah.
Without needing to trade, especially Wall. You can, like, if you play Wall and then buff one of your bigger guys, you're never gonna lose that trade.
Yeah.
Even if they have a combat trick or something.
Yeah.
So 2 mana.
Dadluma's good as well because you get to deal with an extra 4k as well, just because it's taking damage.
Yeah.
So
you kill like 2 things with Hecaton Chair like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you have Pelennor out, you can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a 2-mana kill spell, and the idea being with Earth sometimes into you, and then you can like block and Hecaton Chair with another thing.
Right.
Didn't come up once because I was just killing people really fast, so they never really attacked me.
Yeah. People don't really know what to expect with. Well, you do know what to expect with Earth, but when you're playing that aggressively with Earth, you don't. It throws people off sometimes because Earth really, from what
most defensive element in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it puts people off. It's just like, oh, what are you doing? How can you attack me that much? Atomos 6 cost. Why have you got the 6 cost over the 4 cost?
X burst.
Is that literally it?
Play it, and it was really bad.
So you're not going to keep it in the deck?
No, it was. I mean, I never really wanted the 4 cost because that's really easy to interact with. I mean, Hecaton Chair is easy to interact with as well if you kill the forward in response.
Yeah.
But Atomos, the 4 cost is 4 mana rather than 2.
Yeah.
So it's a much bigger investment.
Yeah, I get
not
what
much
you're saying.
Gain.
Yeah, and with Atomos, like you say, it's the EX burst, so chances are when somebody's attacked and that comes off of the EX, you're going to be able to kill the card that's attacked.
Because it kills a door forward.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can definitely see the the benefits of it being an EX. Me personally, I've never really used it, other than when it was on pre-release. Only because I didn't really get many other summons in pre-release. Obviously, next card, Zodiac. Now, Zodiac, I know how good that was because you absolutely smashed me with that. I don't think really we need to go over too much on that because you've already explained it at the beginning. Cam into... What's your preferred way of getting the dark cards? Do you want to get Chaos first and then get Cam, or do you want to get Cam and then Chaos and then Zodiac? How do you prefer it to happen?
Almost always want to like get to 3 backups and then play Cam and get Zodiac.
Right, okay.
Because the earlier you play Zodiac, the better it is.
Okay.
Chaos could probably be cut. It's the only reason it's there is just in case you are backup screwed.
Yeah. In 2-color decks, Chaos is, and you're using the Zodiac Cam thing. It helps with the 2-color deck. Yeah. In your mono Earth, me personally, I can understand if you did cut it.
I was mainly playing it because sometimes you can draw really bad, but have a Cam in hand, and if you discard 4, you can play Cam Chaos turn 1.
Yeah.
And then that's like actually a really scary turn because most people aren't going to be able to interact with the Cam on their first turn.
Yeah, and then it's straight off.
They won't be able to. Yeah.
And then it's straight off. Oh, great! I can't deal with that now. Every turn, you can choose a different color.
Your deck into having 20 backups turn 1 rather than 18, which was the main reason for doing it. And also sometimes if you go like 1 and you don't draw another backup, you can discard 3 and play Cam Chaos.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do that, but I didn't feel that happened to me very much because I put a lot of turn 1 backups into my deck.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what we're going to go on to next. You've got a lot of one-offs.
Yeah.
What's your reasoning behind the one-offs? Is it just because you're only going to put them down once? Mind you, you can put down Mog Mobius a couple of times if you wanted to. Because it breaks itself. What's your reasons behind the one-offs?
There's 2 reasons for the backups, how they are. The first and probably the biggest reason is that regional was mainly just to test cards and see what Opus 5 was all about. So I wanted to put as many different backups as possible to see how good they were.
Yeah.
The Black Mage, I took out a forward or a summon. I think I took out a summon because I wanted the 18th backup, and that was the Black Mage.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good, but it's fine to have.
See, I like that Black Mage, especially if you're not running loads of guys or Yangs. It helps against the ice cards. Like you can respond against Shivas and Glacier Lobolos or whatever it's called. But yeah,
in the finals as well, because I Black Mage something in response to Renoa dying.
Right.
And then I got to attack with it on 7th point of the damage.
Wow.
You didn't expect it.
Yeah. So it does have its uses. It sort of gives you the opportunity to make anything you want a guy. But yeah.
The reason for all the one-offs is I wanted as many cards as possible in my backups to be breakable.
Right. Okay. No, that's
and
fair.
If you see it's like cards that aren't breakable, it's Pelennor, Enocro, Momody. Oh, so that's it.
Yeah, Pelennor. Yeah, you can't. Enocro and Shantoto, isn't it?
Shantoto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shantoto is the only backup in that list that doesn't actively do something for me every turn if I need it to.
Yeah.
And you need to play at least one Shantoto, I think.
Yeah, most people play. Well, I say most people. There's different variants of Earth decks, isn't there? Like, a lot of people are trying the new Shantoto, the 6-drop Shantoto. And to be honest, I never really liked it. When it first came out, I never really liked it, and I didn't think it was going to be that good. But then, yeah, I've seen it put to good use recently.
An Opus 5, and I'm not really sure why, but it definitely has.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's mainly because of little battle tricks. It's easier to get Shantoto. No, it's not actually. I was thinking it's easy. Yeah, it's more like it's searchable. Star Sybil searches Shantoto and Camlanor as well. Is that why you Is that why you've got the Star Sybil in there, just in case you're not getting the cam?
Star Sybil's just pretty good. It's like a devout.
Yeah.
You don't use it as a combat trick, or in my deck you don't ever really. You use it. I guess you could use it as an Ingus combat trick, but you use it as like a value trick. So you play the Star Sybil. At 10 you get cam, and then if you have a Prish in hand, you can because you normally you'd play the Star Sybil off 3 backups. So you have 4 backups. One is a Star Sybil. You have a 6-drop Prish in hand. Next turn you crack it for the 6-drop Prish, discard a card, tap 3, play cam, and you've got these 2 big things in your hand on the board.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it puts people like, oh wow. Yeah, I rate Star Sybil. I like Star Sybil. It in a Earth Wind deck, it works really well because you can drop her down to a 3 cost as well. So yeah, it does.
I would only play it as a 3 of in Earth Wind because 5 mana for what Star Sybil does is it's not amazing.
No. Yeah, I would agree. It's more of a 2 of in an Earth deck, in a mono Earth deck, but yeah, definitely a 3 of. It's easier to gain resources with Wind as well. So because as a support colour, would you rate Wind as more of a support colour, or is it a standalone colour now?
I mean, the only time it's a standalone colour is if it's doing something really cheesy,
like Chocobos,
unblockable stuff, or like haste Chocobo thing.
Yeah. And
it's really cheesy and it doesn't really work.
It's not quite meta yet, is it? It potentially it does work against certain decks, but when you've got like all these mono
Aren't
Earth,
expecting it.
Yeah. It depends on what you're playing against, doesn't it? I mean, mono Earth is definitely up there in the meta. We're seeing it top.
Any mono deck except for Fire or Wind are really good at the moment.
Yeah. Saying that, my mono Lightning isn't that good.
One of the worst ones, I think, but it's still up there.
Yeah, but
he's playing Allure and Hildebrand.
Yeah, Allure is just such a good card. It helps so much.
Yeah,
it does so much work. But that's why I tried to build an Earth Lightning deck to keep Allure and get the Camlanor, Zodiac, and other bits and pieces, like just combining some of the meta stuff, and yeah, it just didn't work. Either that or I'm just a really bad player.
Yeah, both.
Oh yeah, cheers mate. Yeah, Miner, you got Miner in there. Is that's just one of those cards that you said before. Effectively, it's a 2 cost, isn't it? So you can.
It's a turn 1 backup.
Yeah,
I like to think of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have as many of those as possible. And if you look, there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 backups out of 18 that aren't playable turn 1, and I also consider Cam a turn 1 backup. Situation, I'd rather play Cam over like a Momody, I think.
Cam. Oh, well, the forward Cam.
Yeah, because you can play Cam, get Chaos, so it kind of counts as a turn 1 backup.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
The hand has to be pretty terrible for that to happen, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's like having an Artemisian in hand, isn't it? But you're just getting rid of all of the cards. But the thing is, you don't really have to worry about it, because if you're turn 1 Cam, then like we said before, they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle to get rid of him. They're going to struggle to do anything against Cam, because you can, especially with all the mono decks that are about. All you've got to do is turn them into your opponent's colour, then they're pretty much. Yeah,
it's hard for them.
Yeah, I was going to swear, but probably not the best idea. but yeah, no, that's pretty standard. Would you say Monk is standard? I've seen a lot of people running the Opus 1 Monk as opposed to the Opus 2 Monk.
I used Monk once the entire tournament.
You didn't?
I only used it once.
Oh.
As in, I played it a bunch of times because it was a backup.
Yeah.
But I only actually used the effect once the entire tournament.
That's to be honest, that's what I'm finding a lot using Monk. It doesn't get as much use. The ability doesn't get as much use as it used to, because there's other cards now that we've got like the likes of Carbuncle, which can bounce it back to your hand.
Does the same thing for the same amount of mana. Like you tap 3 backups and you gain 2,000, or you tap 3 backups, lose a backup, and gain 3,000. Like thing. So, and I have 3 Ingus. So most of the time, whenever I needed a combat trick, I just used the Ingus.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There's probably better spaces, but if you were to take Monk out, there's better 2-cost backups that you could put in that are going to do more. Like you say, because you've got so many other cards now that do the same sort of thing.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the reason why the Monk was in there in the first place was because I originally did have 2 Yang, the 2-drop.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's just from another show and it could be changed.
Yeah.
This list is so not final. It's actually unbelievable.
Yeah. So, if I'm honest, I not to take anything away from it, obviously, because you did so well with it. But there's certain things in there that I would like, not necessarily question, but after playing it and seeing you play with it, there are certain things that you could change, definitely.
It's just a really easy deck. You know, you play forwards, and those forwards are bigger than anything else anyone will play most of the time.
And you're not really thing is in competitive play. Do you really see many people running the likes of unblockables, like wind unblockables? And there's not that many. Most people are playing things like ice and earth ice, earth lightning, and earth wind and stuff like that. So the
amount of Adele and Kobold Drogian in the meta.
Yeah.
That I deal with that fairly well with Hecaton Chair and Prish.
Yeah. That's the only way you can really deal with them.
Well, I just kill them before. You know, they're doing 1 point of damage a turn. I'll do 4 points damage a turn. What are they gonna do? That's my thought process when playing against ice. It was like, okay, you can tempo me out, and you can make me discard a bunch of cards. But if I just play 6 forwards that are bigger than every forward in your deck and attack you with all 6 forwards every turn, eventually you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I like that thinking. It does work. Yeah, I'll agree. Next regional I'm going to do that.
Just play lots of forwards and attack them.
Well, do you think there's any space for all forward decks? You know, like Golbez, Opus 1 Golbez, all forward decks. Do you think there's a place for those decks now?
I think that it's so not the time.
No,
because people play in Zodiac, so you discard your hand, play 2 forwards, and they play Cam Zodiac, and you lose on the spot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very easy to have every deck now can have a board wipe. So if there's ever a control-y deck that needs an early board wipe, they just play Cam Zodiac.
Yeah.
They have that problem solved.
I reckon we're going to see a lot more of Cam Zodiac, because early game it doesn't matter if you take a couple of points of damage. Well, obviously when you get to closer to the end of the game, so like you're on 5-3 or something like that, the person with 5 isn't gonna use Zodiac. So early game, it's really early game, it's gonna work. Yeah, but you had Gabranth, so I was at a regional yesterday, and I used the Gabranth Gabranth Zodiac thing. I loved it. Just the fact that I got it off, I was like, I don't care if I come last. I just love the fact that I managed to use it.
Most of the time, though, what I found with the Gabranth and Zodiac combo is that I didn't care if I was taking 4 damage, as long as it wasn't killing me. I'd rather keep the forward.
Yeah.
The only time I'd want the Gabranth is if I'm actually dead and I need to board wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that's why I think it's quite nice to have a 1 Gabranth, because you got the Mog and you got the Miner, so you always have a way to find it.
Yeah. Does Miner bring it back from the break zone? Is that what it does?
It doesn't play it, but it gives it back to you in your hand.
Yeah, so Miner.
Damage is only a 1-mana spell anyway.
Yeah, Miner's a pretty useful card. It's sort of giving you the Sage effect when you want it.
Yeah.
That's really good, and Devout effect when you want it. So yeah, no, that's really good. It means you can play more forwards of different things, so you can search for Gabranth at the end. That's fair. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, Miner's going back in my deck.
Situation where you have a cam on the field and you need to Zodiac with Gabranth, and the Gabranth is in the break zone with the Miner, then you can switch Gabranth to Dark, and in response to that switch, you can crack the Miner and get back the Gabranth, and that means that your opponent doesn't have an opportunity to stop you from casting the Gabranth Zodiac before he switches to Dark, because so they have to try and interact with the Gabranth when he's the element that they don't want it to be. If you get me?
I have no idea what you just said, because Gabranth can't change element, can he?
Can. So
yeah.
So say they have a kill spell for Cam.
Yeah.
You'll say water. They can't Leviathan it. But if you crack the Miner in response to changing to Dark,
right,
then they do not have a priority window in which they can Leviathan it before you play the Gabranth and Zodiac, because there's no priority for them when you play Zodiac. When you play the Gabranth. When you crack the Miner. But if you do it in response to the effect, then they can't do it.
That's clever. See, this is the thing. A lot of people. That's why there's certain players that are further up the leaderboard, shall we say? Because it's just things like that. Like not every player is going to think like that.
I mean, it's a pretty finicky interaction that will only happen maybe once in like 3 tournaments. But it's funny because it might happen.
Yeah, but if you can get your head round it, then when that thing does crop up, then if it does, then you just bosh, done.
And it's definitely the difference between losing a game and winning a game as well. Because if you change it to Dark and then they Leviathan it in response to your Miner, you actually just lose. And I can see it happening. I really can. So if anyone's listening to this and they play these cards, do it that way, please. Do it the right way.
Do it the right way. So you've already got a place for nationals, haven't you? Because you got to Euros last year.
Yeah.
So you.
I really did want to qualify naturally, though.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't think anyone's going to doubt the fact that like the likes of you, Rob, Josh, Alex, haven't earned it. You guys have helped with the game quite a lot. Are you going to go to any other regionals? Are you going to go and try and win any other regionals?
Not intentionally. Like there's no reason for me to go and win a regional now. I would be going there. I would just be taking other people's spaces from the top 8 if I made it.
Yeah. So
go if it's an interesting regional and there's a bunch of good players going and I want to test something.
Yeah.
But currently, I don't want to test anything because Opus 5 is kind of boring already. So I don't intend to go to that many.
Yeah.
There is actually a regional in Germany happening this weekend.
Yeah.
German national, so I might go to that because that's a different thing.
Yeah, qualify for another country, it's fine.
Because you have to win your nationals to qualify straight to Worlds, and like UK nationals just seems like the most like crazy place to try and win now. There's so many good players.
Yeah,
there's more than 8 players that could win nationals.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree. There's the game's opening up as well, though. So you're seeing a lot more, not necessarily new faces, but faces that we haven't actually seen top. There's a lot more people topping now than there was last year. But that's possibly.
He's on a roll at the moment. He's doing very well.
Who is?
Kevin Whaley.
Yeah, Kevin Hellraiser Whaley. I feel so bad for him because he's topped 3 different regionals, I think.
3 or 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4, and he's topped 3 or 4 different regionals, and he came second at the one yesterday, and yeah, he's just getting so unlucky. His deck actually works really well. Yeah,
He's in the finals. He's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
That consistency a little bit more.
Yeah,
people like that, they'll start to make it as well.
To be honest, I think he just gets a little bit unlucky. I don't think it's necessarily bad plays or anything like that. It's like you know when you get a bit flustered. Somebody like it's so close, and then you just think, oh shit, what do I do? But yeah, most of it, I think.
I don't believe in getting unlucky in this game. Like I think in every tournament you play that's over 5 rounds, you should lose a game to bad RNG or bad card draw or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's unlucky. I just think that's statistics. You know, like the only game I lost in the Aldershot regional was because I mulliganed a hand with no backups and I drew 4 dark cards.
Bruh.
And I still almost won that game. I got him to 6 damage before he cleared my board.
Wow.
I really, really don't believe in being unlucky. I just think that there's small things you can tweak for sure.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
In Milan, the only game I lost, because I went the only game I lost, the reason I lost was because I had a flan out, and my opponent, and I had 1 CP up. My opponent attacked me with lock, and I had 1 flan in deck, and I took the damage from lock before searching for the flan. I had to discard the flan because I had a Shiva in hand, which would win me the game the next turn. But he hit the flan, so I had to discard my Shiva, and I felt like that was the only mistake I made all tournament, but it lost me the whole tournament. And you could say that's really unlucky to hit the flan, but it's also like a huge misplay. Why did I do it that way?
Yeah.
So I think it's important to read your plays like that.
Yeah, but that's the difference between knowing what you're doing and not knowing what you're doing, isn't it? Really, like if you know your deck inside out, they're usually the players that are winning.
Yeah.
I don't know my decks inside out, and like the best I've done in this whole game was in Opus 1. Opus 1, my deck, I tweaked that to perfection. I was running like 3 or 4 different colours, and yeah, I had it exactly the way I wanted it. And then Opus 2 came out, and I was like, oh, what do I do? I didn't know what I was doing, because this is my first ever TCG. I'm loving it. I've never played anything before, and this sort of thing, like the analysis and everything is just, it's really cool. Like I never thought I'd enjoy playing a TCG, but I love playing this game. It's got so much. It's mind-boggling at times. So some of the cards, when Typo came out, I was just like, well, I didn't want to read all of that text. I don't. They confused me, and then I kept on getting trounced by them, and it was just like that. No, that shouldn't happen because they're crap. But yeah. Anyway, slightly off topic.
I think it's the most forgiving game to, like, if you're a or just like a casual player. I think it's really hard to stand a chance against the people that kind of really try hard.
Yeah.
I feel really sorry for people that come to Darksphere
and
just
don't. Yeah. To be honest, so do I feel bad when I go there because like I don't get to go to as many games as I wish I could. Not anymore. But yeah, going up to Darksphere, literally you can see the difference between when I first started going up there. There was a few players that we weren't that good, and then there was the really good players. And then now I've gone back up there, and everyone's really good. It's not a case of there's good and bad. Like yeah, everyone is just really good, and it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. But
it feels like even the casual players are really strong now, and they would like stand a chance pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
and you see it as well. You go to these regionals, and they all top 8.
Yeah,
pretty much all of them.
Yeah, it's like originally like the Anthony C, he won yesterday, and Rob Dupree, they came top 4, and they had to play each other, and that happens so much with Darksphere players. They end up there's 2 or 3 or 4 players in the top 8, and they're from Darksphere. So then they have to play each other and knock each other out, or try and knock each other out, and it happens quite a lot, doesn't it? It happened at well, yeah, just
everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. It happens so many places. But yeah,
played in a big tournament and not have to play against a Darksphere player at some point in it.
Yeah, that's always the way. Mind you, that happens. You know, Matt, it happens everywhere we go. Me, Matt, Kevin, and Rosh. Wherever, if all 4 of us are there, it'll either be first round Matt, Kevin, and me versus Rosh, or 2 rounds in, we'll be playing each other. It's really annoying and it's frustrating, but yeah,
it's a tilt inducer for sure.
Yeah, but it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? Well, maybe not for you because you take it so seriously.
To be honest, like, the most fun game I had just the other day was against Rob.
Yeah.
We keep playing since Cardiff. We have met each other in the Swiss every single tournament. It's just a bit of a meme. So every time we do, we just kind of like, we don't care at all. We just have a laugh.
Yeah. But if you don't have a laugh and take it too seriously, what's the point in playing? If I'm honest, like it's a game. We're supposed to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then don't play. You know what I mean? Some people take it too seriously. I used to, if I'm honest. I remember one time getting so angry with somebody I wanted to hit them. But yeah. You probably were there, but
yeah, might have even been me.
No, I don't think it was you. No, that was a different time. No, but but no, like, yeah, I just took it way too seriously, and now I go to games because it's fun. I build the decks because they're fun. There's got to be a competitive side to it, otherwise you wouldn't play. But yeah, there are people that just take it way too seriously.
Cause I feel like since Euros, I've been a lot less sort of try hard about it, because realistically, there's nothing for me to play for until. Because I'm qualified for everything.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying.
I get to play the game for fun without needing to stress, because the game is really stressful if you're trying to qualify for something and you're constantly almost there and you don't quite get it.
Yeah, like Kevin's at now, like he's really almost got it. Yeah, I could imagine that it's really frustrating for some people, but I
feel like since it's happened where I don't need to care so much, and I can actually just focus on enjoying the game and trying to improve myself without worrying about the results. I've actually improved my play so much doing that.
Right. Okay.
I lose a game in a Swiss. I don't make top 8 somewhere, and I don't care. I've had fun. I feel like I've learned something. I'll go and I didn't make top 8 at the regional
in Hatfield.
Did terribly there. And I just laughed and I should have made top 8 as well.
Yeah. That was like we won't go into that too much because I don't want to badmouth anyone. But yeah, that was
the short story is I came 8th place based on tiebreakers, but they didn't do it based on normal tiebreakers. They did it based on like damage taken or something.
Yeah.
And since I'd been giving damage to people the whole tournament, like whenever I beat them, I'd say they did 6 damage to me. I ended up going from 8th to like 17th.
Oh wow.
Fault. But it was also like I didn't care. I was just laughing about it.
Yeah.
And then I go in next week and win the next one.
Yeah, with a deck that you just threw together.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with the Hatfield one. I just threw that together as well.
Oh yeah, you're just so talented. Screw you, man.
Yeah, just keep taking your wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop lending you cards now.
To be fair, you left before the top 8, I think.
Yeah, I played the little tournament that we had after, and then I just was like, oh, I want to go home. I'm tired. That's
exactly giving it back to you before the finals, though.
Yeah. You couldn't have done that. You would have had to forfeit the game. Oh damn! I should have done that. Yeah.
I wonder if they'd let me proxy, put a back of a card in or something.
To be honest, I think there would have been somebody else there that could have.
At that point, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, right. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for joining me. No doubt we'll see your name somewhere on the fans page or on other pages sometime.
Let's hope not on the fans page. That never ends well for me.
Yeah, you've started writing write-ups for the Battle Square now, so that's going to be up very soon.
Yeah,
the next couple of days. And yeah,
you'll be announcing the winner of Spira.
Yes, the Spira Open. Like you two are going to play tomorrow, aren't you? Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that'll be done by the end of this week. So yeah, this week there's going to be quite a lot going on. Are you likely to possibly come to our event in Brighton, the 1K event, Emerald Cup?
Be nice to get £1,000.
Yeah. It's £1,000 prize pool, so I think first place would be about 500.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Let's be honest. And
definitely not a shag like the regionals have been.
No comment.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's hopefully we'll get a few people there. But that's actually the week after Nationals.
I mean, it's not the week before. That would have been useful.
Yeah, it would have been useful. But Nationals is the week before our event. So I'm hoping we're still going to get a load of people to come. Sure, I'd imagine so. With this much notice, there'll still be people coming.
Definitely.
Yeah. Tickets will be up for sale by the end of this week. So yeah, you get your ticket, and everyone else get your tickets sometime soon. I'd like to give a shout out to Card Cavern, who sponsor us, and I'd also like to give a shout out to FF Decks. We our content goes up on their content page now, and yeah, hopefully, I'll have another one of these interviews up soon. Thank you for joining me, Jamie, and I'll speak to you soon.
It's all right. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Cheers, buddy. I'll speak to you later.